Even though long-distance relationships can be beneficial, they are frequently seen negatively. It isn't difficult to grasp when you consider how we socialize, how frequently we like to associate with the same people, and how we respond when someone, like a house visitor, overstays his or her welcome. Even while we love the people in our lives, we don't necessarily want them in our lives all the time. You have the necessary space with long-distance relationships. Even with thousands of miles separating them, people in long-distance relationships can be intensely drawn to, deeply in love with, able to communicate intellectually with, and have intense passion. What's more intriguing is that long-distance relationships that were more far from one another performed better in terms of closeness, communication, and overall contentment. As if that weren't evidence enough, a 2013 study indicated that, contrary to conventional thought, long-distance relationships can be more fulfilling. The value of quality time is greater than that of quantity. Although communication is the most problematic aspect of partnerships overall, it is less problematic in long-distance relationships. Since communication is the main means of bonding between the parties while they are apart, the reason is mostly attributable to both of them making an attempt to do so. Both parties are more likely to interact efficiently if they connect via voice call, text, email, or Skype due to 1. People in long-distance relationships interact with their special someone less frequently on a daily basis, and they want to be completely transparent with their spouse in order to keep the lines of communication open and to sustain an honest, open, and healthy relationship. Interactions have a greater sense of purpose in addition to improved communication. Long-distance couples frequently have deeper chats, which helps them to keep their bond intact. Because of the distance between them, those in an LDR use communication to express their love for one another on a deeper level and to better understand one another. When partners are unable to make physical touch anytime they wish, passion and desire remain alive. Because partners need the opportunity to physically connect, a long-distance relationship encourages more make-out sessions, which results in spectacular nights of intimacy. This is primarily caused by the longing and excitement that intensify while they are apart. When two people reconcile, this anticipation explodes, which is rewarding, extremely satisfying, and just plain hot. The short amount of time keeps things fresh, which is what everyone loves about new relationships. Less stress is a little-known advantage of long-distance relationships. Stress and relationship pleasure are directly correlated. The relational savoring phenomenon, which refers to the use of memories to sustain a strong emotional connection in the absence of face-to-face interaction, was examined more closely by Pomona College researchers to better understand this connection. To determine whether relational savoring was a more effective method of stress release, researchers put volunteers through a series of stress tests in a controlled atmosphere. Couples who are separated are urged to concentrate on the good since happiness affects a relationship in the best way while enhancing the happiness of both parties. Having more alone time is another benefit of long-distance relationships. There are benefits to not having a significant partner around you all the time. People have more hours to invest in their looks, physical health, and hobbies they like to do alone since they have more spare time. There is no reason to feel awful about being a little selfish from time to time in LDRs. A person's general spirit and sense of well-being are considerably enhanced by alone time. In the end, that contribution will strengthen all relationships, romantic and otherwise. In a sense, committing to a long-distance spouse requires a stronger commitment. People encounter temptations, lonely nights, and moments when they both wish their spouse were around so they could share an experience. Having a long-distance relationship has its disadvantages. Although they are originally perceived as negatives, long-distance relationships are unique because of these factors. It is a lovely illustration of how committed two people are to one another when they are able to overcome the challenges that come with this kind of relationship. We can all learn from their resolve to make things work, which is incredibly lovely. Relationships, whether local or distant, demand work from both parties. Benefits for individuals who aren't in long-distance relationships. By retaining their uniqueness, those who are not involved in a long-distance relationship can profit from the aforementioned. People in relationships need to strike a balance between their connection and their need for personal time. Spend a few days apart, travel with friends, or simply schedule a few nights each week to stay in by yourself and unwind with a nice book. Being as alone as you are with your significant other will help your relationship continue for a very long time. Even more significant than actual distance is mutual appreciation between spouses. A great connection is maintained by concentrating on the positive aspects of a relationship and genuinely appreciating each moment spent together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.